Hey guys, welcome to Agent After Hours. I am here with a special guest today, Tim Kidwell from the Platinum Partners team at Remax Victory and Affiliates.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining.
of course, man. I'm excited.
So you reached out and you have an interesting perspective that I really want to dial into because real estate was not your first career choice.
No, it wasn't.
Former Marine, so thank you first and foremost for your service.
Navy.
Navy.
All right.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Definitely not the Marines.
All right, I screwed that one up.
No, it's all good.
We've got two buddies out in Maryland right now, both work for the Navy.
Nice.
But one's traveling to Australia for work. Now he's a contractor. He did kind of what you're doing.
Okay.
Going back into the reserves.
Yeah.
He did that at 49.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty crazy, but that retirement, man. And
He's a beast too, man. Yeah, he did it so his I think his daughter could get her GI Bill, GI Bill.
Yeah.
Because something happened with, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a beast. He kicked everybody's ass in the going back to boot camp.
Yeah.
He kicked everybody's ass in push-ups and the run, except for one guy beat him in the run.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
49 years old. So,
Nice.
Steve, if you watch this, congrats, and I hope you're enjoying Australia.
I'm actually jealous. So before I actually came here, and I'll definitely dive into that.
Yeah.
So I was active duty, made E6, and that didn't change my mind on leaving the military, which would freak out a lot of people. But now I always knew this was going to happen because that last deployment, I had a 6-month-old baby, and I missed her first, birthday, Christmas, New Year's. I didn't miss her birth, but I missed, the part that us parents would miss.
Absolutely.
And so I got in touch with Christy. I was studying my real estate stuff the whole deployment, and I was like, hey, there's this program called SkillBridge. It's a DoD affiliated program that allows any active duty military person to leave their post 6 months early or up to 6 months early and intern for a civilian company. And you don't pay them anything. They still get paid their active duty, and then they can transition out of the military so easy.
It's awesome.
And that's what I did. And so my actual end of service day was yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool noting that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So talk to me about the transition. How's it been so far, and what made you decide on real estate?
So, I mean, $1 million listing,
Sure.
seeing how that goes and how easy the military or real estate seems, but it kind of fit my personality a little bit more than the military. You have a little more freedom over here, especially with family. Now it is, you bring home what you kill kind of job, versus the military that's W-2, but there's different sacrifices. At least now I get to come home every night.
Yep.
Versus when I'm sitting in the middle of Guam in 90-degree heat and
You're going to have that today and tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be 98, I think.
Yes.
So.
But I at least have AC and I'm not sleeping on a tight ship. So the ship I was on, you can only hold, I think, 100 people total.
Wow.
Yes. So it's a very small ship. You're cramped together. I'm not complaining because there are other ships like the carriers that hold 5,000 people.
Right.
So I had a better life, but it's still not fun when you're out on the ship, especially if you get seasick.
Ugh.
But the transition, it's different, but I would say it's definitely worth it because, I mean, the Navy, you know what that is. That's a brand,
Yeah.
the U.S. Navy brand. Now I'm part of the Platinum Partners team. That is my new brand. So I'm making a horizontal change because even though I'm leaving the military, I'm not dropping my standards.
Yeah.
I'm carrying what I learned from that job to this one. And people are going to see that. Even on my business card, it says U.S. Navy veteran. And they're going to know that I'm not lowering my standards just because I got out of the military. I'm going to carry that with me to this job. And that's what you're going to get if you hire me.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest, kind of, not misnomer, what's the word I'm looking for here? What's been the biggest surprise to you with regards to how the real estate business works?
The biggest surprise, people are mean. Okay, let's go with that. People are mean, but if you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on your own money on something that you're hoping that would turn out to be a good investment, I can kind of understand why. But I mean, I would say that is I'm more people focused now
Sure.
versus just going to work and just doing a job that anybody and their mother can do. Because this, at least you're getting it from my voice and my perspective. You're
True.
hiring me. You're hiring my brand. You're not. It's not a show up to work, clock in, clock out, hate your day. It's every day is different,
Definitely.
and I love that about this job. I don't necessarily have a boss. I have multiple bosses, and I can get hired or fired any day of the week. But it's cool to know that every day is different,
Yeah.
and I love that.
No, it's not the monotony of
Yeah.
I'm waking up and I'm doing the exact same thing.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
same reason I chose it.
Yeah.
What would you, so for your fellow military,
Mm.
tell them more about the program that you did.
Mm.
How easy was it? Because we had not heard of it
Yeah.
until I
Tell
think
me.
you brought it to Christy.
Yeah. So it's a newer program. I think it's only been out for a couple of years. My path was a little different than your average candidate because you guys weren't on the DoD approved list. So Christine and I, we had to jump through hoops to get onto the DoD list in order to do that. There is already a list from different states of what different things you can do in different industries.
Sure.
I specifically wanted to choose real estate, and they were only EXP. I wanted to work with a team because I'm used to already working as a whole group as a team in the military. So I figured I'm changing to a different job. I want to learn it and just dip my toes in. That way I'm not getting just thrown into the wolves here
Yeah.
by myself.
Yep.
So I joined the team, and that's why I did that. So it took over a year to do this. And as soon as my wife and I, with a baby, drove from Southern California to here in Northern Kentucky within 4 days with my sister, she was there too to help out. It was tough, but when we got here, it was I wanted to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And I would say that I think I made the right choice in joining a team.
And yeah, I think the team is the only way, unless you are super well connected,
Yeah.
active in your community, especially moving from California to Northern Kentucky. Like that's a big transition already.
Yeah.
So you don't know anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
your sphere's small to start with. So
Yeah.
I think joining the team is the way to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
They've got the systems in place. They've got, the tools, the technology, and, they're able to pass off, here's active leads that are going to buy or sell.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Exactly.
any other advice you'd give for somebody looking to make the transition from, it doesn't matter if it's Navy or military, it doesn't matter what industry, into real estate, what advice would you give them?
Do it. I mean, so there's a saying that, and I didn't come up with a saying, I heard it, and I've actually been putting that into place. And that is, I'd rather regret the things that I did versus the things I never tried.
Yeah.
Okay. And because of that, my wife and I sat down and I was like, I'm going on this deployment. This is August of 2021, before the deployment in September. I was like, hey, can we make this the last one? And we sat down and we're like, yeah, let's do it. And so I don't regret leaving. I can still retire in the reserve. So obviously we have a backfall, you know, but I say just go out there and do it. I mean, regret the things that you did. Don't regret the things that you never started.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tim,
Hey,
thank you so much.
thanks, Tyler.
See you guys in the next one.
See ya.